Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Sagas and Solace Convergence.
Hello, everyone.
I promise I'm excited. I'm just sick.
Sorry, did I come at you guys too strong there?
I think we're all just.
Don't worry. Happiness is the best medicine.
Is everyone just kind of dead right now?
We've survived the holidays. We're on the other side now.
Fucking 3 days into the new year. And I'm like, I think I've been conscious for 10 hours of this.
Valentine's Day is like a month away.
I've been 3 days into this 3 days into this year, and I've played a breathtaking amount of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Kraig is my Valentine, but don't tell him. It's a spoiler.
I won't.
Don't fucking tell.
He'll be so surprised.
Hack into his email and delete other Valentines he's received because.
I have my automated I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh message for all the women that'll text me on Valentine's Day.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling a little jolly.
Why is Kraig Santa?
Why not? Is there a problem with this?
That's right. I was
Be your
prone.
best.
Why
Ho.
are you Santa? Like what? That's crazy. How did? Hold on, please.
He was Santa for Gallows.
Hold on, I have to fix this. Where is Kraig's
Yeah.
image?
Do you not have them anymore?
Where did it go?
It's in some weird folder. You said last time that it was in some weird folder.
It's not in the talkies.
Might be in his art folder.
Is it in the undead folder? No.
Just a standard undead who has a talkie.
I had to fucking find his silly fucking picture.
He's got to do it, guys.
Is this it? No. I swear I had no.
You need me to send it to you again?
No, I'll find it. It's in here somewhere.
It's a race then. Alright, let's see if I can find this thing.
My
Waymaker,
goodness.
I like to put in
Races
a request to have
to
a
the
dual
starting
with Marlowe.
line.
Look at them trying to kill the Christmas cheer.
There it is.
Dang
I
it.
found it.
That's not him.
There it is.
Ah, you beat me to it. Alright.
Yeah, it's in this random folder. Fucking.
You can kill Santa, but
Look
you
at
can't
how
kill
gross
the
he
Christmas
is.
spirit.
Look at how gross he is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
Proper close.
Who wants to give me the recap?
Oh, so we'll give in the recap.
Alright, go ahead.
We all sat down with the other representative of the high leaders of the world and discussed the ongoings on who should take what. Well, we should start off with, Shield Captain Carter, as he will be rescuing Materia in the Demon Waste, but before that, he will have to have Mornhell in the hands of the Brass Baron. After that, we have Sir Emberdane. He will reopen the Shadow Bridge with the help of the Brass Baron. The Druids, William Solace, will be taking the Wayward Tower. Elrond Truefire gave an artifact to the Brass Baron, which shocked him to take care of the Broken Brothers with only one command. He wants the Brass Baron contract limited to 3 months. Next is the Saphira's Faustine High Tower. They will have mercenary groups defending the ley line focus due to I putting my will on the line so the Brass Baron does not, well, have the advantage. Grandmother will be the head leader of the mercenary groups to defend them. The Captain Artemis Flinch will be the logistics group for things to be moved. The Brass Baron will be taken more in hell with the help of Carter. And then after that, he will move his group to help with the fight at the Shadow Bridge with the Amberdanes. He also has a small group in the Demon Waste. To what that is, no clue. And then we will pick up to hopefully finish these meetings and have actions in planned.
Ugly doubly.
Like, boo.
All right, let's pick right up where we left off. As of right now, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Whenever you want to call in more people or do more things, let me know. I also have event roles for you whenever you're ready to move time forward.
Whew. All right.
All right. Well, I'll take a bit of the helm on this one. Do we want to start off immediately with speaking to the druids? The dwarves are going to be moving into the Ice Under. And I think we should take advantage of this, assisting them, and obviously with them gaining the city, they'll gain access to the portal, which will make our deal with the druids difficult. I advise that we speak with the druids and allow the dwarves within that deal.
I advise that we wait until Mr. Sewigg is not indisposed,
That would,
as he would be the
nice.
best of us to speak with them.
It would be.
He should be joining us soon, but we don't know when.
Anything else you'd like to do in the meantime? That's the issue.
I am.
What is the current timeline for our next event?
A couple weeks.
I can go gem hunting.
Oh yeah, actually, you wanted to buy something real quick, didn't you? Want to go through that?
I have no money. That's why I
He
go gem
wanted-
hunting.
He wanted to hunt for gem bugs in the Twilight Hills with me.
Ah, yes, that little event.
Perhaps with your assistance. I have no survival capabilities. I'm not a tracker.
No. Well,
If you have time.
how do I put this lightly?
No. There.
I don't have that.
Ah. Understandable.
My time spent studying and, well, it would appear that my undeath has dulled some of my senses. I am no longer the tracker I once was.
Ah.
It can't be that hard. We can probably
That's
handle
what
it.
you've been doing. Strange. Alright, I'll take my luck.
Like all
I
of
have
you
some-
are big conversations.
Hey, I was reading in the library.
There's a lot of pictures in those books you were reading.
I can read.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Are we going to, let's do that. Are there, like, roles that, that Chrome and I can do if we go gem bug hunting?
Gem? You want to go?
Yeah. The
there was,
bugs in the Twilight Hills.
The dragonfly gems, gem bugs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
Is this a bad time?
you can do what you want. I just didn't expect that.
Oh, we've been talking about it for weeks.
I
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna send somebody, not like. Okay.
We could send someone, but we
I
just
guess
don't
we
have
could
the cash
send
to do
somebody.
that either.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it
I
myself.
thought you were gonna delegate that to somebody else.
We have people for this. Yeah, sure. We could delegate.
What people?
I thought you were gonna ask the help.
I mean, we can ask the Gland people. If
Sure.
they have any. If they're already out there, I don't know.
All right.
Are they out there?
Now you guys can do what you want. I'm just.
It's a really good question. Okay, so let's. What help do we have to send? We have people. I imagine we've got a whole city full of people. Are there people that we want to send through a portal to the Twilight Hills? Probably just the Galeans, which there are a big number of. Probably a handful would gladly hunt a bug or two for, a couple gold. That's a job.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll make the movements of the Gland people making their headquarters at the Silverstone,
No,
so they can defend that portal and gem hunt for me.
Okay.
he means the Twilight Hills.
Yes, Twilight Hills.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right.
If that doesn't work, I guess I have to bank on the event rolls.
Galeas refugees sent to Twilight Hills to make a colony and hunt gem bugs for tribute.
Good. For tribute, I like that.
You gotta remember, if there's a swarm, there might be an Orvane.
Put tribute. I like that. That sound.
I like that. That's
Yes.
a good.
Is this what kings feel like?
Yes. Put.
No, probably.
Put
I don't know, I'm
service
not
to
one.
me.
Is this my city now? Oh no, I can't get too ahead of myself.
Was I king the whole time?
You're collecting taxes, my boy. You're the law.
Imagine not having to go do things ourselves. The only reason we were going to fight that Phoenix is because, well, who else do you think we
Yeah.
could
So
talk into doing it?
is that gonna happen? By the way.
That is going to happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we have intentions of basically finishing up the major political parts here, and then we're gonna prep for that.
Are the only remaining major political parts talking to the druids? Is that it?
Unless you guys got one, that's kind of it.
Okay. Well then, in that case, man, I wish Sewigg was here.
Because the only other thing I think is Knarh and Sewigg, and yeah, unfortunately he's over in Florida. He said he's gonna be late.
Man.
Yeah, because if you guys are gonna go fight the Phoenix, then it's like,
Yeah, we kind of want to.
That'll change everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Whether you win or lose. If you lose, okay, that everything's over anyway. But if you win, that's a huge boon.
Yep.
That is a board change, right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So we definitely are doing that. We just want to make sure our ducks are in a row here before we leave.
Okay,
Basically.
so Do you want to wait for Sewigg to talk to the druid? You guys do something else, or?
It's kind of what we're feeling out, but the issue is trying to figure out what else to do, because most of the other shit also involves Sewigg. How do you guys want to deal with it?
Looks at camera. Wow.
We failed.
It's almost as if we've saved up all the Sewigg stuff until he'd be here.
We can do a side mission.
Don't.
We could.
Don't.
We could go on a side quest. Yes, good.
Alright, well, I have something for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Save us.
Yeah, that should eats up some time.
We're off on a secret mission. We're doing a secret
A
plot.
secret plot. We're off and away.
What is that from?
It's from Gallivant. Have you seen Gallivant? It's really good. If you haven't seen Gallivant, put it on your
Sounds
list.
disappointing.
It's fantastic. I thought it would be disappointing, and then it just wasn't. It met everything I needed it to be.
Sounds like a halfling movie.
Yeah, it's definitely a halfling TV show.
That's racist. And I like it.
I mean, good.
And I like it. Oh, no.
Halfway to being a halfling yourself.
If you keep showing those thighs, and he'll be
Yeah,
whatever
it's,
you want him to be. Okay.
Gosh.
I do have something for you guys. Okay. Laza will approach the Carnelian Circle and will state that there are several individuals that have recently entered the city seeking the Carnelian Circle, or they wished to join.
That's hilarious.
So they're seeking us out specifically, or the city?
They are seeking out the leadership of the city because they wish to take a direct part in its development. These are ally slot people.
I see.
Oh.
That sounds less hilarious.
I didn't think it was hilarious at all.
Oh, you know, it is. Every day we hear somebody saying, I want to be part of the Carnelian Circle. Ooh, choose me for the Carnelian
Really?
Circle.
Every day?
Every day?
How many
That's
people?
what they say?
Where?
Oh, like several, you know.
Yeah?
I
who
know
are
many
they?
people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More than
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
You've totally got a girlfriend in Canada. She can't come to the phone.
Totally.
I get
Can't
friends,
get
the most friends. They're talking to me all the time.
She can't
All
come to
the
the phone
time.
right now.
Yep.
Twilight
She's
is
really-
19 and schizophrenic. That's crazy.
What did you say?
He's not wrong,
No, I'm
but
just eating.
I'm
I'm in my
eating.
haters corner.
she's also 23 and schizophrenic.
You're in your haters corner? What the Why are you sitting in the haters corner, bud? Come on out here. Join us. You want to be cool, don't
This
you?
is a mockery of governance.
A mockery of governance.
Why does she have a candle in her fucking...
Imagine being schizophrenic. Couldn't be me with my multiple faces and things. No.
You're not even like seated at
you're-
the table.
You're rat master, sure. Yeah, that guy.
He's totally real, guys.
He's in the
totally
false
real.
wall.
Yeah, he's in the false wall watching, just seething to himself, like whispering. What the fuck? She has a candle, man. Her stupid rat master.
There's smoke curling from underneath the false door.
Good.
Just in
Good.
there, just angrily whispering to himself. Oh god, that's a
One day
wonderful
we're gonna-
image.
One day we're gonna put this man in therapy. He'll go so far.
Therapy? I
Yeah.
don't want to feel better. Why
Marlowe
would I
needs
go to
therapy.
I feel like we're gonna find them face
Careful, he's
down.
gonna
at
start
the...
getting creative if you keep talking like that.
Yeah, you should feel better. It's like, frankly, I don't want to. I'm perfectly fine being frustrated at this.
Quite frankly, you're wrong.
Ugh,
Okay.
that doesn't sound like a good time.
Anyway, So, let's do this.
I feel like if we get a therapist for Marlowe, we'll just find him dead at his desk with a pile of cocaine and tears.
Do you wish to see these people? You can always do that.
Yes.
Yes. We'll entertain them.
Okay.
Should we,
What's up?
oh, go ahead. Should we, ahead of time, speak on what our weaknesses?
What?
Uh,
Weaknesses. We don't have any of those.
You're just
saying-
feeding Marlowe. You're just feeding him when you say shit like that.
I think that's a great idea.
Perhaps you can elaborate?
in our combat abilities. What do we
Oh.
need the most?
For our preparations for the Phoenix?
Yes.
No.
Perhaps we can use the allies as cannon fodder.
No.
That
Or-
seems rude.
Does the Phoenix have cannons?
We'll keep that in mind.
I
Perhaps
can't
the
help
Phoenix-
but feel that ever since Mr. Gruul has given up his crossbow, we are short in the ranged department.
Are all these fucking people gone?
Yeah, it's
There's
just you
no
guys.
one here.
It's just you
Who are
guys.
you pointing at?
Oh, now there is a giant
Oh, he
freaking crow by my screen.
he rejoins.
Good.
There he is. Okay.
Yes, keep in mind filling up some of the weak points in our party, but I wouldn't exactly think with each one of these people, oh, let's bring them into the small circle of people who know about our teleporter. I think that's the actual thing to think about.
We can blindfold them and put stuff in their ears so they don't know what's going on.
Well, that's a
Yeah,
fair
they'll
point.
definitely have no idea they just teleported after we blindfold them.
When the
Grafana's
time
people are
comes, it
idiots.
comes. Yes, yes, they are. Got something to say, Mr. Gruul?
I just find it funny. The way we are attempting to find allies is like, oh, let's figure out how we can black bag them and send them after our enemies.
Yeah, do you mind getting gagged and potentially being used as cannon fodder?
How does that make you feel? Do you need to go to therapy for that?
Alright, bring them in.
Okay.
I have a bachelor's in psychology.
All right. Laza will then say, "Very well. I shall bring them before you."
I should probably put my helmet on.
Presenting to the Carnelian Circle for your perusement, the Callous Quartet. And you will see this adventuring group enter the Stone Sanctuary. You'll see these four. You will see this lady.
Hello?
He immediately looks at Twilight Mouse.
You will see.
Shut up, she's nothing like me.
You will see this guy.
My nips are bigger.
You will see this kindly lady. And you will see, standing at the front of the pack, this man.
He looks serious. I like him.
I like his coat.
I got a thing for chicks who look like raccoons.
Yeah, what, you two?
Yeah, hello.
Do they have raccoons in Corvallis? Gruul?
Yeah, there's raccoons.
I've never seen one.
Clearly you weren't looking.
Well, that's the idea. You don't see them. They're burglars.
And yeah,
That's
I thought
right.
you had a thing for
Anyway,
rabbits.
they will approach, and this man will step forward and will give a salute. Greetings to you, Carnelian Circle. We are the Callous Quartet. We have heard tales of what you are doing here in this dwarven city of Moaz-Kadon, and we wish to lend our services directly to you. For coin, for glory, and for purpose.
Are you a burglar? Because you stole my heart.
Sorry. What? No, you didn't say that in character? Okay.
I was about to. Yeah. Don't mind.
It
him.
was an itch, and I had to. I had to go. Yeah.
Send him back to the false wall, guys. He needs to smoke a few more. He's coming out half cooked right now. The man
Your mercenaries. Dude.
Indeed, sir. Adventurers, entrepreneurs to some of us, warriors. We are seeking to lend our aid.
Any specializations that you are find important to bring forward?
Well, as I said, my lords, we are a adventuring party. We have a specialization, specifically. Well, I'd say that we are quite versatile, able to deal with a myriad of situations and missions of any subtype. I myself am an accomplished warrior, meant to stand on my own on the battlefield while my allies support me from far away. He will then gesture over his shoulder. Ellis here is an excellent medicine man, capable of restoring battlefield wounds and using the power of rain. Behind me, Miss Quill is one of the most intelligent individuals I've ever met. Quick with a quill, she is able to find holes and weaknesses in our enemies, as well as able to discover more about our surroundings. And there's no finer scout than Gwyneth Blackson.
Scout. Tell me, if we were, we are in the market, as it were, looking for potential allies in a quest that we intend to undertake. Tell me, Damien, what is the largest single creature you have managed to take down, by any chance?
I'd say, Miss Quill, what would you say? Hello, yes. Well, Damien, when you say largest, do you mean in physicality, in threat, or perhaps even in reputation?
Reputation.
Reputation, most assuredly a chimera, I believe.
Chimera. What is a chimera? Anyone? Mr. Marlowe, do you know what?
If I may, she will pull out her notes. If I may approach the table.
Please.
Yeah, make yourself at home.
Oh, you have sketches?
She will provide copies for everyone to peruse. She'll pass them out to everybody. What I have provided is a copy of our exploits, moment by moment, due to my recollection. I will admit that my memory is not absolute. I therefore predict a 96% accuracy rate. So I hope you will, of course, forgive any inaccuracies. And what you will see is a step-by-step battle against the Chimera. Or against a Chimera.
Very interesting.
Diligent work.
She will smile and nod. Indeed, sir. It is my specialty to learn of the various creatures of this world, and the many secrets therein, and to protect my comrades by the use of such things.
Anyone have any questions beyond that?
You are... Do you seek something? What is one of your... each of your dreams you wish to accomplish?
I guess fame? Enough gold to retire on? Something like that, maybe? I wish only to do my part. To see that my people and those they share this place with may live in peace. Suppose I don't really think about such things like that. I'd say I look forward to the next discovery. Beer and meat. That's it.
What kind of meat are we?
Part of him.
Are you okay over there, Luke? You good?
No, I'm
over here taking my notes on these people, and he says that, and like my pencil snaps. Like, dang it. Pocket knife, sharpen, again. It's like the 4th time this meeting.
I like to imagine he whispers this to himself softly, but only the Twilight mouse can hear it.
It's just right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he's just like what kind of meat you want?
Ugh.
How much gold is enough to retire on?
Damien will stroke his chin. Well, I suppose I'd need enough to have a small estate, 10,000 or so, I'd say.
Reasonable.
You know, we're like the shadow government of the city. Like, why are you approaching us?
No, you're a lot more than that.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
to be fair, we do direct a lot.
I don't mean to be unbecoming or anything, but the Brass Baron is here speaking to you. The Lady Hightower is here speaking to you, which is actually why we came here. It's obvious that the circle is worth knowing, and from what we've heard, whispered, you're doing a lot of good for the world. And I, for one, don't want to take a direct job from the Brass Baron and add more. I don't want to take his money, but much rather work for you.
Our smiles.
Good. I certainly.
I mean, is that a problem? I mean, we don't want to be a problem. I mean, if you don't.
No.
No, not at all. It's just
No.
it's a
Marlowe
strange situation.
likes to keep us humble. Try to make us seem a bit smaller. But worry not. We have much use for people of your practices.
Do we?
Yes.
Yes. Believe it.
Yeah, we've got aberrations all over the place, honestly. We could use some adventuring groups.
Do we have 10,000 gold to pay an adventuring group to kill aberration?
Well, that's the ending sum. We should ask his charging price.
At once.
Yes, we should ask his monthly charging price.
Do you want to help us kill a phoenix?
A what? All right.
It's a giant
So as soon as you say that, Miss Quill will snap her quill in half.
Relatable.
Oh,
Then
Wearing
will
shoes.
pinch the bridge of his nose.
she will then go. Did you say a phoenix?
He'll
Yeah,
look
it's a
up.
giant
Hey.
firebird.
Yeah. Yes, I know what a phoenix is. It is something of ancient antiquity. It is a foreign creature. You say there is one. Well, what do you mean, fight one? Please, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. She pulls out her spare quill.
Before you get excited about studying the specimen, this is not a living phoenix, technically. It is severely damaged and needs to be put down.
Rapid.
Well, that is tragic, but still, the opportunity to study even a shadow of a phoenix is... Oh my goodness!
Yes. I don't believe we exactly wish to send them directly at such a creature, but perhaps assistance. But yes, we have much use for mercenary bands. What would be your charging prices?
So we do a price based off mission. So it'd be about what you want us to do, and we can tell you how much it'll take for us to do it. We're kind of fluid that way.
I like it.
When he says that, Ellis will snicker. Funny because water.
Understood.
Damien does not look at Ellis. Although he is holding back a laugh. You get the feeling these two are idiots.
Nice.
I thought I was the idiot because I have no idea what the fuck that means.
You are. But don't worry about it. Are you perhaps a full package, all four of you? Do you work individually by any chance?
Well, I would prefer us to work together, but if you have a specific job in mind that only one of us can go with you, I would like to request that they are paid a sufficient amount to hold a minimum retainer for the other three. We prefer to work together, and we don't like splitting up.
In that case, if we were to hire and have you join on a particular mission, would you be, as a large group, grouped with our large group, would you tend to be underfoot? Or would be that some kind of mission where it would be easy to have such a large group functioning?
Tactically
Do
speaking,
they count as an ally slot as a group?
Tactically speaking, the four of us moving together with the six of you would be quite a few to designate on a battlefield that does not have a particular order to it. I would suggest that tactically that if you were to have us accompany with you, that you would only take us one at a time. Yes, it's an ally slot as only one of them.
Understandable. Very good.
For as a group, we could send them out on other missions. That could be useful.
Well, I think the best thing to do for now is to agree to their future employment, but to have them stand by for the time being. We have more people to see, and delegating their tasks should be set to the future. We have much still to do.
That's fair. We will keep you in mind. It is good to see groups that work so firmly together. We will get back to you.
Very well. I thank you, Cornelian Circle. And he will give you a salute, and the others will also salute.
Very good.
Skedaddle.
Don't we have like an adventurers guild or something?
Right, so there's a pool of...
No, we didn't build one.
Over here is your pool of, up down here, if you guys look over here. This is where I'm gonna stack. This is where I'm gonna stack all your free agents of people that you can choose from, in case you ever want to peruse them. All right, there's two more that would like to meet with the Cornelian Circle. They are separate parties. Laza will call forth the next one. Introducing Ixil Acta. Solo. Alright. Here we fucking go, lads. And you will see this woman appear.
Ooh.
Bam.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. This was a sword fighter.
Character design-wise, one of my favorite ones you've done. Waymaker. I think she looks sick.
Yeah. You got good hair.
She will step forward, and she will call out, Antarto. Many greetings to you, Cornelian Circle. I am Ixil Acta of the First Peoples. May the blessings of the spirits find you.
Welcome.
First Peoples and Anvanti?
Yes, I am an Antvanti.
It is a pleasure.
Do you know Oppenbach?
No.
Hoppenbach is a friend of ours. He is Anvanti. Forgive him.
Uh, uh,
Goddamn, Marlowe.
it's just done.
With the casual racism.
You know Oppenbach?
Becoming more and more halfling by the day.
Anyway,
Welcome to the Cardelian, sir.
welcome to the Cardelian.
Do you want my meat?
Alright, Miss Ixil Akta, what are your strengths in combat? I imagine you are combatant, armor, weapons, the whole thing?
Yes, I am trained in a, I suppose you might say, a mixture of the combat arts of my people and those that have raised me.
What sort of combat arts?
I am a swordswoman. She will pull out her scimitars and show them to you.
Good, good, good.
She will do a flourish and sheath them.
Any unique skills in fighting large flying creatures by any chance?
You were all very unique.
When it comes towards fighting flying creatures, I tend to employ my climbing kit.
Interesting.
I simply pull them out of the sky.
Alright, I'll take a note of that.
Bit of a question. You said you were Avanti. Do you have any knowledge of your people's history?
Antvanti.
Apologies.
And yes, I have knowledge of my people's histories.
If we were to employ you, would you be willing to share this? We would be willing to record much of it if you would wish.
Of course.
If I might be so answered, do you know much about your spirits, the great ancients?
Yes. I know of them.
Could you share me what you know of them?
Why do you ask such a question? Is my religion to be a problem?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We've been searching for someone to explain much of your people's beliefs to us. We believe them to be an important part of the future.
There are 4 spirits that are comprised of my people, representing different aspects of our life. There is a 5th, but we do not speak of him. The 4 spirits, if you are uninformed, are Joss, the Laughing Red, the Black Beast, and Ilum.
And what do these beings represent to your people?
The different aspects of our life.
Are you willing to share more about this? What parts of their life?
Joss represents the hunt, community, and service to others. The Laughing Red represents a sort of courage and malice for your enemies, a ruthlessness that keeps one from becoming weak. Ilum represents wisdom, history, and forethought, planning. Also, our seers usually call upon her. And the black beast represents reliance upon yourself. There are many interpretations of the spirits. It depends on which tribe you are from and which sect that bears the mark. But they each represent a contortment of our lives. I suppose even the fifth represents a piece of us, a forbidden darkness.
Yes. Do you know his name?
Even if I did, I would not speak it.
Understood. Is he seen as some kind of evil? Or you said a necessary, or just a representation of your own evil? Are your people ashamed of this? Doesn't seem so.
I know not how comfortable I am to answer such a question.
Yes, where are you going with this, Mr. Ninanoth?
Well, in truth, we are attempting to make, I guess you could say, peace with these ancients.
Are we?
That's the primary thing.
I wasn't aware that was an option.
It's always an option.
Ixil will start to look around. It would seem that perhaps you are not focused. I do not mean to be rude, but I do not see how any of this has to do with whether or not you require the services of a warrior.
And I don't mean this to be rude either, but there are quite a few warriors that we know are already citizens. Wise guy. I think it's why are you here?
If you are suggesting that there is a surplus of warriors, I have yet to meet any of them. Any that would be worth a damn, I believe the saying is. I am here because I have heard that the Carnelian Circle, and Moaz Kadan in general, is a growing, budding place. Problems arise for such a thing. One that I could earn coin and glory for myself for. And I suppose, perhaps... Well, I have my personal reasons.
Good. Personally, I would like to question you further on your beliefs, but if such things are to be put for a later date, I certainly think we could find accommodations for you and your skills.
I would personally like to know what your skills have amounted to in the past. What, considering our current goals, what is the greatest creature you have felled on your own?
That flies.
That flies. That's rather important.
That flies? Technically speaking, my duel against Mad Jack, he flew, in the end. But if you're referring to a creature with wings, I have fought few. Those that I did fight, they were winged troglodytes, I believe. A swarm of them.
There are trogs with wings?
Yes.
Good enough for me. I'll put it in my notes. That's all from me. Anyone else?
Thank you so much for applying. We will give you a call within 2 weeks.
There's much work to be done. We shall get to you soon.
She will give a nod. Thank you for your time, Carnelian Circle.
Thank you for yours.
Oh, also, for your, because you could martial check and arcana check and all that. So
Yeah.
down here, real quick, let me give you a rundown. Damien One-Eyed is an 8th level lone soldier. Miss Quill is an 8th level explorer. Ellis is an 8th level mist speaker. And Gwyneth is an 8th level Black Steps ranger. And Ixel Octa is an 8th level bayou bouncer.
I like the raccoon girl. She brings a certain tone.
Yeah. Alright. And Laza will then state, the final one that wishes to meet, he will look down, Thomas and Raina Sandalburns.
My gosh.
Vandal.
What a catch. What an absolute opportunity.
Alright, and you will see an old man appear before you with a silly hat. Behind him, you will see a little girl hiding behind him in ragged clothing. Stitches appear across her face, arms, and legs.
Ooh. Is that what I think it is?
And there you go, that's what he looks like. Yes. Oh, come along, little Raina. Have to go meet the nice people. Greetings, Carnelian Circle. My name is Thomas Sandalburns. Although I think you probably already knew that from the strange elephant. Elephant? Is that what you are? Apologies. Anyway, yes, hello. I am Thomas Sandalburns. I have heard that the Carnelian Circle is a place of knowledge, and Moaz Kadan having quite the impressive librarium. I have also heard from my divinations that you have quite the presence of death within this place, and perhaps I might find what I seek for my dear daughter, little Raina. Say hello, little Raina.
Oh. And
You're
this
right.
presence of death has attracted you here.
Well, it's not so much the presence of death. And please, I apologize out of time. I did a little bit of spying around. The point is I've detected a powerful undead presence within this place, and well, now that I'm standing here before you, I think it is obvious who it is. There's a little bit of some things going on here, and well, I thought that perhaps a trade might be in order. I am quite the practitioner of magic, as you might have guessed from my outfit. In exchange, I would like to use your librarium to search for answers to my dear daughter's predicament. Yes.
What is your daughter's predicament?
She is a corpse. Yes.
That is a predicament, you're right.
Say hello, little Raina. In my attempt to restore her to life, well, something went wrong. I have scoured for these past 10 years or so, trying to find what secret I missed. Or at the very least, find a way to, to make her whole.
Are you a necromancer, or is this...
Oh, such a strong word, necromancer. More to say, I am a conjurer of great... yes, I've dabbled a bit in necromancy, yes.
Worry not. You are in the correct room for such things.
Yes, a bit of necromancy here and there, but I am actually a conjurer, by full focus. I possess a capacity of creatures that I can summon and beckon. It is by the study of these magics that I hope to summon the missing pieces of little Raina's body back into herself. I've also explored quite a bit of necromancy, but I must fully admit it is not my area of expertise. My hands get all wiggly wobbly when I try to cast any of those necromancy spells. They're so heavy and kind of slimy. I prefer the the cool wisps, the feeling of the conjurative anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on it.
It's all very interesting.
No,
You know our libraries are open, correct? To the
Well,
public?
yes, but I mean, such knowledge should. I would feel remiss if I did not at least offer my services in exchange for their use, even if it is not required. It is a thing of honor, my dear fellow. I hope you'll understand. And truth be told, I am not fully certain of my ability to find it on my own. I also seek a firm hand in which to grasp, so to speak, to guide me.
Is that a metaphor?
Yes.
So what you're saying is that the ability to do research and study assisted is all that you would require in exchange for your services?
Well, I suppose a small stipend would be appreciated. I do have to eat and pay for little
yes.
Raina's dresses and things.
Are you from Corvallis?
Yes, I was born here.
Have you been elsewhere before?
Well, I almost got passage to cross the Great Sea, but unfortunately, that was when my wife was... Well, it was revealed that she was with child, and we didn't want to risk the trip, so we decided to stay behind. And that's when my little Raina was born, and that's when my wife was killed. But no, I have not went to other places. I've heard much about them. I've spent quite a lot of time in the foreigner district, speaking to many of those that come from across the sea. They speak of many things there. They speak of deities and magics so potent and powerful that death itself a mere inconvenience to those with the money to pay for it. Yes, it wasn't long before that I found my service to the Black Hand, and, well, little Raina's condition got worse, and, well, he takes off his pointy hat and begins to wring it in his hands. That was that, I suppose. And
No, you were also in service to the Black Hand.
indeed, yes. He points to his Black Hand sigil on the front of his robe.
I'm curious. We've not really spoken to any of your agents. I'm not quite sure how you reference yourselves. Do you know much of the man you serve?
No, I don't. And it is not a man. At least I don't think it is. It is an entity. A patron in which to fuel my various arts and magics. I don't need to know more about him as long as I am provided with the powers that I require in order to continue my research to restore little Raina.
Understood.
It kind of leans forward.
If you see any who are a bit more, I guess, inquisitive or in depth within your group, please do bring them forward. We wish to have all those who speak upon greater names to be represented.
Sure. I will admit, I'm not really here in my capacity to serve the Black Hand. I've gotten a bit of a reprieve from my service. I am here specifically to search for the cure for little Raina's condition, and I am willing to work for that specifically. Hence why I have come to offer my services.
I think we'll have a very good relationship here. Your skills.
We could just ask Booker if he doesn't know anything about the Black Hand.
Oh, he was an agent too, wasn't he? But we can't really communicate.
We'll get back to you, sir. If you would, wait.
Knarh stands up.
Mr. Thomas, do you know what a phoenix is?
I've heard of them. They are some kind of firebird from distant lands, I believe, yes?
I would
correct.
calm down. We have promised what I think you're getting at to someone else.
No, would you be would you help us kill one? Is that a...
Oh, well, I mean, if that's what you require, that sounds like a difficult
I think
task.
I think that's our...
Well, no
what we're
worries.
hiring for at the moment.
I'm sure I can handle it. I just recently returned from an expedition across the Demon Waste in which we fought several demons. We crossed a forbidden ancient dwarven city filled to the brim with all sorts of terrible things like undead and
Wait, what was the name of this?
homeless people, all sorts of terrible things. And then we ended up fighting against this gigantic beast made out of metal and stone, screaming and throwing sludge everywhere. Oh, it was awful.
I will glance to my party members.
Uh,
Couple of times.
Yeah, we can't. I'll whisper over to Marlowe. We can't let this man leave.
yes.
He knows
Why?
things that we need. He just talked about walking through the demon wastes in a city underground that we know nothing
He's
about.
the only one who's like mentally sound out of that the past 5 people we've met.
Then we keep him, yes?
Yes.
You're hired.
Oh! Really? I didn't expect that. Did you hear that, little Raina? We got hired again!
A bit of a question. You were saying we, but I didn't see you referencing your daughter. Were you traveling with someone else?
Oh, yes! I was a part of another adventuring group. One with... Well, let's see. Who was in that party? Well, there was that lovely lady, Coffee. She made very good food, but not coffee, mind you. Didn't make any of that I remember. Tea? I don't really like tea. It's just dirt water. Kidding themselves that tea is worth anything. Anyway, there was this fine young orcish woman, very blue, very loud, very kind. Had a big dog. Little Raina loved that big dog. He has very good Jax, I believe his name was. It was a small halfling, very dumb but endearing from what I remember. He didn't actually talk that much. He mostly just communicated through a series of grunts, which I always thought was a dialect of halfling tongue, because that's what all halflings really sound like. They just walk around grunting, but far be it
I mean,
from
it
me
must
to
be
judge.
true. I had a friend like that once.
Yes, of course. Let's see. There was a dwarf fellow. The reason we were there, very morose, very sorrowful, very self-sacrificing in order to appease this conceptualization of the honor that he had somehow gotten. Something like that. Let's see. There was missing anyone? Let's see. He'll start to stroke his chin. There was one other person. Who was that? I remember it's an important... Oh, yes! How could I almost forget the most forgetful man I've ever met in my entire life? An orc who sometimes forgot he put on shoes! And somehow an alchemical genius. I believe they have some
Sounds
word.
exhausting.
They'll have some word for that in the future, no doubt. But I digress. Yeah, he was a fine fellow. Let's see. Oh, yes, there was also a terrible Jezebel of a man, a heartbreaker, liar, tempter, generally terrible person pretending to be the leader. Thankfully, I have nothing to do with that literal waste of oxygen.
Sounds personal.
Sounds
We can
eccentric.
move on from this if
he
you
was,
are.
He was quite the hand harlot, if you must know. Led me on for months before finally revealing that he had a wife, apparently. Thought that would be something that you would tell me at the very beginning. Then he insisted that I had already known, but he wasn't really making it clear. There's a difference between having a wife
All right,
and
Nana
having a
will
wife.
loudly clear his
And
throat.
also, I should also point out that it didn't
Thomas.
stop him from gripping my hand with such tender
Thomas.
Oh, yes. Apologies, I'm rambling.
Yes. Your skills are very valuable.
One moment. Thanks, Raiders. Welcome.
Oh, wait.
He's so old.
The Oakland Raiders?
We're getting raided?
Yeah,
Okay.
we got raided. Yeah, very good.
All right. No, thank you for your time, Thomas. We prize your skills very greatly. What will be your cost?
Oh, just a stipend or so, couple hundred gold whenever you can spare it. Maybe a place for me to rest and eat, and where I could take little Reyna out on walks to make sure she doesn't go stir crazy and start eating people.
I would advise to keep the walks near the tree. I'm sure you've seen or heard of it. It'd be a bit more peaceful in the area. But
Indeed.
I would like you to write a report, if you could, at the time of this city. It would be useful for the progress of a few other groups.
At the what?
Could you write a report about what you saw within the city? We believe it might be
you mean
important.
the city of the demon wastes?
Yes.
Oh, I've already have a report for that.
Perfect.
He pulls it out. I was going to write a book, and then I decided nobody would read it because I'm terrible at writing. So you could read this. You'll find it to be quite dry. The prose is completely without any sort of faith, but it is very factual.
Well, certainly find a home in this library.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's this supposed to mean?
He'll just start to go through it real quickly.
It is exactly what he said. It is hard to read. It's overloaded with facts. There's no prose at all. It's just a lot.
What it is.
You will also see that randomly throughout the report, you will see that there are little doodles of an orcish man getting punched in the face.
I like him.
Yes. Thank
Man
you.
puts
I'll have
heart into his
someone
whip.
decipher this later. You may go
Okay.
now. You shall be called upon when you are needed.
Thomas will give a deep bow. Come along, little Reyna. Let's go see if they have any of those meat buns you like so much.
As they're leaving, I wanted to get a closer look at little Reyna. How whole is her body?
It is enough to sustain momentum. She's classified as a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
She has enough flesh for that.
It's got flesh.
I was hoping it was a bit more of a full-fledged necromancer, but perhaps this could still be useful.
Well, at least he's not a 10,000 gold adventurer that Mr. Marlowe wants.
Oh, so Thomas Sandalburns, just so you guys know, he is an 8th level binder.
Oh. Wait.
Be right back, bathroom, while you guys delegate and deliberate.
Really?
So,
Is there a reason we keep yelling Phoenix at people?
because that is...
Are we hiring people for that?
Yes, it's what we're after next. If we're going to hire people with fighting skills to round us out, that's probably... It should be on the table right off the bat.
I suppose, though.
Yeah, are we just playing make-believe about being the hiring branch of an adventurers guild for a bunch of homeless people? Or are we the shadow government of the resistance against the demons or something? Like, what are we doing here exactly?
If anything, we are picking someone extra up to go along with us so that we can get this job done, and then we will release them back to their own wiles.
Yeah, I was on board with Chrome's premise of cannon fodder. That's what I thought.
I suppose that narrows my list down. Some of those were quite nice, and I'd hate to cannon fodder them.
I like the raccoon girl, but I have ulterior motives.
Well,
So,
we know.
I'm scratching the raccoon girl off the list.
Knarh looks at him again.
No, I thought I had her name here. What was the name of the
Excellent.
Lestrange? Is it Lestrange or something? The
Lestrange is the Risen, who is going with Captain Carter.
Right, she's going with Carter. That's right. All right. Then yes, this is far more important then.
Well,
Yeah, we do.
she's going to the demon waste with Carter. Carter still has to do the situation in Mornow.
Yeah, it would still be better to have her with him then at all times.
True. I think we need to discuss what we need.
Well, in truth, I still have my open ally slot, which I don't think we're gonna be able to fill anytime soon.
Wait, we have space for 2 then?
Technically, but mine has to be an undead. That's why I was asking about Lestrange.
It lives
she
with
was-
little Raina.
That's
the
someone
raccoon chick
else's.
undead.
She's already taken, and it's also weird.
She's also a familiar. Well,
I
what
feel,
Twig has.
feel relatively sorry for him.
Yes, but he has come for a job, so who are we to deny it?
And in all truth, he's come to the one people who might actually have a solution to his issue. Considering this
the
Phoenix
one...
is a creature of rebirth, perhaps even if we don't have another feather for him, perhaps some else of the Phoenix might be able to assist him.
What do
There
you
were
mean another
2.
feather? It's a
Are you under
giant
the impression-
flaming bird.
Yeah, are
He's
you
just
under
gonna
the
have
impression there will be
feather.
1 feather? It should be raining
We don't- we
feathers
don't-
all over
we
that
don't-
battlefield.
yeah. We don't grind the entire bird up into a powder and then feed it to somebody.
Look, I haven't been hunting for a while, I'll admit. But the issue when it comes to slashing, stabbing, burning, and killing things is you do a lot more damage than you'd think.
It's a phoenix. It heals.
Well, even if we ruin 99% of its feathers, it's a giant fucking bird.
Should be a handful at least. In any case, there were 2 others that also mentioned experience with fighting flying things. Ixalan with her climbing kit, and
Yeah,
the group of 4 fought a chimera. This thing has wings. That looks like something worthwhile to me. And that one woman, she knew what a phoenix is. That could be useful.
Hmm.
Hey, random
interested
lady,
me.
can you throw your grappling hook at a phoenix? Something you've never seen before.
She had the look in her eyes of someone who would scoff at that comment. I'm sure she'd try it, just to show you up.
She would be great cannon fodder.
I mean, that was what I was gonna do if it started taking off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are spells we could use to help ground it.
Oh, yes.
There's the bird grounding spell.
Hey, that is a spell, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the... Oh. Good.
What is it, Earthbind or something like that?
Do we
Yep.
know that one?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of it.
We can pick it up. We're in the city. Laza's right there.
I remember either Marlowe or Laza had Earthbind.
That was probably Laza.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
Yo.
So...
We're gonna kill the Anvati lady, marry
What?
the raccoon chick, and do Thomas.
Okay.
Do Thomas?
Hand do Thomas, because that's his thing. But no.
Cool.
Man.
Should we send in the next one before we get too creative?
They're
I
That's
think
it.
that was it.
That's it. That's it.
That was it.
Oh,
That was
is
it.
Okay.
Or hurting my brain.
That's all the extra stuff I had.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Good.
Hurting your brain.
Alright.
The one who has a headache.
I think overall, I'm probably leaning towards Miss Quill bringing with us. What are you guys' thoughts?
I liked Miss Quill. She seemed very excited about the prospect.
Thomas is
At least-
useful, but I feel like we're already gonna have a little bit of clutter on the field with me. So having, well, I guess we can buff them.
Think of all the clutter on the field we could have.
What would be your new position in our combat situation? Gruul.
In truth, I haven't really changed my positioning in fights. very similar to where I was beforehand. I stand behind a line of my own undead, but now I'm able to charge and move them fluidly.
Gotcha.
Any other thoughts on who to add to the party? Or as our ally slot?
Well, Mr. Sandalburns was essentially free. If that's something we want to take into consideration.
That is certainly a consideration, especially with the Phoenix being something he'd probably be extremely interested in for his own
And
purposes.
he fought something immense and terrifying already. Apparently.
And came out alive.
Sounds dependable.
Oh, I heard
Is it he?
Yes.
He returns to us.
Right on time.
Hello, friends.
Hello, buddy.
How's Florida?
Hey!
We need you. It is time.
Time for what? Wait, hold on. What the fuck? I'm not ready. What do we? What?
It's all you, brother. Roam in the deep
We're
end.
hiring Thomas. He's gonna probably fucking.
Who's
find
Thomas? What's
Alright.
been happening?
So, long story short, we went through and basically had a few NPCs who are showing up, and these are non-important NPCs, so no world leaders or anything. So we had a band of mercenaries come up. One of them, it looks like a raccoon, so Marlowe's day is over. That is his hyper-focus for the month. There was an Advanti woman. She seems to be much more specialized working by herself, other than like the group. And then Thomas Sandalwood, who is a part necromancer, mostly conjurer, who is looking to revive his daughter.
So we're hiring Thomas.
We already did, yes.
Yeah.
No,
we'll also
shit.
just take the raccoon girl and the quill lady just for shits.
Okay.
We're
They
taking
work
Teoda's
together
bleeding
is
stock.
the thing. We need
I'm
to
all
figure out
caught
what
up.
their... They said that they work for, based on the job. Are they just going to hang out in Moazgadan, Arcadum, otherwise?
Probably not forever.
I mean, not forever, but yeah, until their next mission or whatever.
Alright,
Yeah.
so we'll keep them in mind in case we need them.
So if we're going to bring along Thomas, then we can delegate what to do with the other two.
We could ask the quill lady, if she just wants to come along and draw pictures of a phoenix.
She would take up an ally slot to do that, I imagine.
Yeah.
Ally saw she's just gonna sit there and draw pictures. What the fuck? Is she useful in combat? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
she's
martial
she's
checks.
at 8th
I would
level or
assume.
something.
she's an 8th
Yes.
level explorer.
What's her base class?
Her base class is wizard.
Yeah, so she's a wizard.
Actually,
Explorer.
is it? Let me go double check.
Oh, explorer.
As
Okay.
explorer, yeah, she's built for martial checking.
Yeah, she also has the ability to steal enemy abilities. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Steal the Phoenix's regeneration.
She is
Right.
a wizard.
My only worry is that if we get Thomas in, it can kind of work because I can give formations to them still, to like basically anything that can understand me.
He also puts down a bunch of new extra economy because he, does like 3 extra more summons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good.
Also,
Mechanically
little-
speaking.
also, he comes with little Reyna, who is a combat familiar.
Oh, poor little girl.
She has a
And-
reputation.
Yeah, she
She
wields.
does.
She wields her own spine as a scythe.
She
Oh,
freaking
no.
she freaking crits every turn. Or has historically.
I'm just gonna eventually see that and be like, oh no.
There you go. You can see now.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
I can see
Ooh.
clearly.
The rain is
No.
gone.
All right. Now that we got Sewigg back, though, we can get to our next part, which was speaking to the druid and then the dwarf. We all for that?
Sure.
Yes.
And then we got Sewigg here, so he can help out. Everyone remember the plan with it?
No.
Elucidate.
Fair. Basically, we want to talk to the druids, about the letting the dwarves in on the Fey Gates, because we can now basically tell the dwarves that the Ice Under is going to be an easy capture, and attempt to use the easy capture as a way of getting them on our side. Basically assisting them in taking the city. Sound good?
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
All right, so who you summoning first?
The representative of the druids. I had their names written down. Where is he?
Blondie.
Sir Emberdane.
What? Of the druids?
Oh, Druids, William Solace.
Ah, William Solace. I know. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, William Solace. We'll call him in first.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Marlowe just walked out?
Yeah, he gets like this when it comes to politics.
Ah,
Marlowe just vanished from reality.
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
he's-
buy the raccoon lady a piece of meat and some beer. Talk to her.
I have mead. You could have just asked me. Okay.
He's
And
got
stick-
barrels of the stuff.
Do you actually want to go buy her some meat and beer?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy her a flagon of meat and a chunk of meat and ask her if she's a boy or a girl.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second, I guess.
I mean, you don't need to. You could just cut to black.
No, no, you're not that smooth, bud.
I'm a bard, if you know what that means.
And oh my god.
My profession?
I write.
I roll my charisma check. Thank you very much.
All right. Anyway, so you're calling forth the druids. Let me them. All right, William Solace will take his seat, and he will give a nod.
No, good.
How's she cutting, boyos? How can I help you?
There is a new situation that's been born from the previous talks we had. And it might complicate some things between us. Don't worry. I have no intention of pushing any limits. The dwarves. You remember the mission that was given to them?
Yeah, I believe so.
The Ice Under, it's a large dwarven city found a bit away from the church. The location already contains a Fey Gate, one that we have tested and used. And the dwarves will be coming to it soon. Obviously, with our deal that we should not speak of the Fey Gates, I will not mention this until you, unless I've spoken through to you. At this point, I would like to request that we may allow the dwarves within this promise. I wish to use the Fey Gates to expedite their capture of the city and hopefully secure their alliance.
Are you be certain that the dwarves would be fighting for the side that you think that they're fighting for? I, for one, think that they put more stock into their ancient traditional alliance with the Church of Light.
To some degree, I do agree with you, but unfortunately it's that or the Brass Baron. With them sending so many troops within their city, I believe it is only a matter of time before their allegiances are shifted, whether they wish it or not. my hope is that...
William will kind of cross
sorry.
his arms. I've never really been one for dwarves to be giving up the traditions that they have. More specifically, so I also remember that there was the discussion that apparently that Mournhal was going to be taken by the Baron. How do you think the dwarves will respond to that specifically?
Is there an old alliance between the two? I am unaware. Some relations?
Say again?
He's... Is there some alliance between the two I'm unaware of? Why would they care about the cities being taken?
Because
They have What? Did you
the
not hear
Pale
what I just
City
said?
is trying to take Mournhal.
Yeah.
If the Brass Baron gets
What?
it, then the dwarves might be upset because the Matharians
They're
wouldn't have
allied
it.
to each other, yeah.
Oh, they are allies, okay. Yeah, that's what he was asking.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page again.
It is a complicated thing, but I do believe that with the church being the one who aggressed upon the Mournhalians, taking their city and then, I guess, reclaiming it from its own uprising, I believe that relationship is already strained. Perhaps they might be upset, but I don't believe it would be the same ire that you might have seen should he have taken it when it was still held by the Mournhals nationals.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say here.
Speak plainly with the man, Mr. Gruul. No roundabouts, no bushes, just straight on through. What do you want from him?
No, like I said, I wish to be released of the secret of the Fey Gates between us and the dwarves. Allow them within this, and we will allow the dwarves into their city, securing their alliance. By allowing them to enter, quickly take the city, they should be able to gain enough personal strength that they no longer are required to fall to the whimsy of the Brass Baron.
Let's say even if I was to believe you, right? And you were able to take Mournhal and all that went down the right way. The dwarves still have their alliance. They are reliant upon the Matharians for many different pieces of art. Look. The alliance between the dwarves and Matharia is strong. Strong and forged in the steel of battle against, demons. So, I question as to whether or not Ember Dane will be able to convince his thanes to betray this ancient trust.
I see. In truth, I don't know much what can be done about that. The board has been set. Sir Emberdane himself did not seem to wish to speak upon this during the conversation, so I did not come to aware of such a tight alliance between the two.
I suppose the most important thing is the fact that before any kind of decision along these lines could happen, we would be having to know how you would feel about this. We have made promises to you already. Going back on them is not the preferred thing to do.
The dwarves will be coming upon the Ice Under, and they will find it less defended than some of the other locations, we believe. They will quickly secure it, and I believe the security of these Fey Gates will then quickly be compromised. I asked them to be allowed in so that they and we might be under the same agreement with the Fey Gates.
Well, I agree that sharing the knowledge of the gates would be good for the dwarf kind. I'm not denying that. See, what I'm worried about is this presumption that their forces will be combined the way that you just said. I mean, if we take Mornhow, they're not going to be happy with us. And I suspect that we might also need to... Well, look, it's only going to be a matter of time before the Metharians discover the Nexus, if that's the way it is. You tell the dwarves, someone on their side's going to be sympathetic. Not saying it'll be soon, not saying it'll be us, but it will happen.
You're right. That would be counterintuitive to the overall scheme.
I don't believe we'll be able to keep it secret forever, though. Revelation will come at some point.
Well, if you're asking me for, like, my advice, sure, you can share such power with the dwarves. But understand, you're dealing with an old alliance, and they're not going to break it easy, if they can even break it at all.
That is fair.
I understand. I appreciate the input on this, but I do not see another path forward without including the dwarves. One way or another, if they go to the Ice Under, they will have a Fey Gate.
You could always send them somewhere else. What are we not talking about? The Shadow Bridge. And them opening up all the passages to run as a distraction.
Why do you suggest this particularly? Is it because of their proximity already? Is that what it is?
The Shadow Bridge is in Demon's Deep.
In truth, the Shadow Bridge was a bit of a new pieces of information. Do you know more of this?
Well, I only know as much as you, probably. And the Shadow Bridge is the way that demons try to cross into our world from underneath the ground. Dwarves have been apparently fighting down there for centuries, right? They've been fighting a war underneath, they call it, against these demons and their minions. As a constant wall on the Shadow Bridge. There's an entire subsect of warriors dedicated to fighting on that bridge.
Yes. Well, from my understanding, the Barons, 20,000 men should be enough to shore them up. While I do worry for the possible outcome, I do believe in their strength, if nothing else. Both Dwarven and the Barons.
Well, what Mr. Solace here says carries some other weight. We've been trying very hard to find leverage with which to get the dwarves on our side, but as it stands, they want this city and other cities that belong to them, supposedly. And what they have to show for it is merely what they are already providing, fighting demons at this bridge. Does that seem right? Why are we fighting so hard to get the dwarves, if that is the case?
For a few reasons, but mostly has to do with the fact that our own city, future cities, and their own personal, skills, powerful craftsmen, ancient histories that need to be recovered. There's many reasons to be allied with the dwarves. He'll look to Sewigg.
Look, it doesn't really matter. We have to judge the dwarves based off their alliance. We have to question Sir Amberdane to see if the things are willing to let go, which is why we're asking you, Sir William, if you would allow us. I don't know why we're asking you to allow us anything, but it is being done we will judge Sir Amberdane to see if we allow this knowledge to lay on the dwarves. If not, then we won't. It is just as simple as that.
Thank you. Well, shall we bring in then Sir Amberdane, seeing as you have not opposed to allowing him within this circle?
Yes, suppose we should.
Was that a question to me?
Yes. So you would have no issue then, or at least you have expressed your worries about bringing the dwarfs into our conversations. Well, we understand that
I mean, I don't own the portals, right?
No, but we do value our own promise to not speak of it.
Look, it seems that you need some guidance. So here's what I think: the more people that you tell about the portals, the worse it's gonna get. The people that will come through and try to use it to their advantage will be many, and well, everyone will. I appreciate what you've already revealed to us and the help and aid that you've given us so that we can do our duty, but I mean, you tell the dwarves, best case scenario, they'll use it for themselves and only themselves. Dwarves are selfish that way.
Well then. Can I incite him to see if he's just being racist, or
Sure.
is that like an actual thing?
Yeah, insight check, yeah.
Terrible.
Nah, he's completely
This guy,
reasonable.
he's preaching the truth, boys. Dwarves are terrible.
Good thing Sewigg's undead.
Can we please get a move on with this meeting? I do appreciate the fact that Sir William is giving us great advice, but he is correct. He does not own the Nexus. We do. We choose to do with it as we please. So let's judge Sir Amberdane on whether he and his Thanes will be worthy of the knowledge or not.
Very good. Mr. Lazo, would you see Sir Imbadane in?
Shall I go?
You may do as you please, Sir William. If you wish to stay, you could. I do have some questions for you as well, separate of the matter.
He'll nod. Then I'll stay then.
Very good.
Alright, Sir Amberdane will arrive. He'll give a salute. Greetings and salutations, Cornelian Circle, as he takes his seat. What can I do you for?
We wish to speak of the future expedition of your people into the Ice Under. First, I would like to, if you're willing, if you could give us what you know of the city.
Me personally, I don't know much. Our Thane of Runes is trying their best to uncover pieces of our own history to try and find out what was there. Me, I don't know what's there. I know it was our first city, and I know it's beautiful to look at. Sorry, I know that's not helpful.
No, you answered what was requested. It's fine. The future expedition is something that we are very interested in, as we believe we have already seen the location ourselves. No, I shouldn't say believe. We have visited the location ourselves. It is a interesting location, deep within a glacier. Or at least it appears to be. We have, in a sense, gotten ourselves in a position that we might be in possession of it. We are unclear on the full truth of it, but the previous occupant has, as we have previously learned, left.
We
And
own it, but it is infested, is what he means.
Emberdane will take a long time before he responds, and he will say, he will then state, Demon's Deep's interest in the Ice Under is one of a historical and cultural significance that far outweighs anything else. I know not what I can really offer to you that would be of sufficient worth.
We understand. We mostly wish to have the allegiance of the dwarves ourselves, only for our own safety. And perhaps us more helping confirm the assistance with the forges. But the city is something that we are happy to allow the dwarves to reclaim, should these agreements go through.
Emberdane will take a long moment processing the information. I have a question, if you don't mind.
You'll nod.
I know that the current strategy is to use the Shadow Bridge as a distraction for the movements of our shared purpose. But I think there's something else that you should consider. Quite frankly, I would like to see my people utilized in a more efficient manner. And I do not mean more so just with what we have found here, but to send them to explore the other lost cities. There are many, after all. If we could reclaim them, even some of them, or even all of them, I believe it to be worth it.
Sir Amberdane, to follow up that statement that you just made, do you have the populace to hold the type of cities you claim?
If you are concerned about whether or not we have the manpower, if we were able to receive aid from the Brass Baron, as previously discussed, to reinforce the Shadow Bridges, then yes. And what is more so, my people being able to reclaim the old cities will recover some of their lost magic, which will of course be useful in facing demons.
On that old magic, if I may, what do you know of it?
I will admit that my knowledge is only what is found in storytale and, well, suppose, confession.
Please, no, do share these story tales, because this is after my time, so I am unaware of it. And my fellows here are not dwarves.
You wish for me to tell the tales of our people and the ancient cities?
A glimpse of it.
I will try to be forthright. It is said that the old cities once contained a singular connecting point. An underroad, if you will. The underworld was a marvelous thing, comprised not only of paths of foot travel, but air travel, faster than horse. It was wonderful. The ancient cities of the dwarves also contain the runes of my people. The secrets of their strength can be placed upon even the most common of objects, turning them into something truly potent. It is also said in the old tales that each of the cities holds a heart. That heart, if kindled properly, can create strength and energy still unexplored today. I hope that suffices.
I understand, based off what we have. I would like to speak to you on knowledge we have that we have not shared with anyone other than, of course, William here, Sir William here. To you, but I would like to ask of you, of our silence, for you not to share this knowledge with your things, but instead give me a response from you, an individual, looking outside. Well, would it be looking outside? No. Looking from the inside, knowing the inner workings of the dwarfs, answering my questions, if possible.
Emberdane will nod. I would like to provide as much assistance as I can in this endeavor. The Thanes can be convinced.
I know the Thanes can be convinced, but I don't wish to deal with the Thanes at this moment. I wish to deal with you, Sir Amberdane.
So be it. I will give you what silence I can. Any breachings of it will be discussed first. I hope that suffices.
He'll look around the table. Well, does that suffice?
I'll nod. Letting you take the lead here.
Okay. He'll proceed then. Sir Amberdane, we have found one of those hearts that you spoke of. Those things that, if tuned properly, can generate this energy. And we found many others like it. 3 more to speak on. Whether I wouldn't know to tell you if they are dwarven cities or just relics far beyond the dwarven past. We have explored and gained information on them. The ice under would be one such location. This heart, we've managed to harness this energy to allow us to warp in and out from point A to point B, which is why we've laid claimed to the city. We have a key to it. In such, we've found that the city is, of course, infested, as my comrades have told you. But in it, there was a failed apprentice of the wizard we spoke of earlier. And in the such, there is this mythical creature as well, which holds captive or guardian to it. It doesn't really matter. We've made plans to, of course, take the creature. And the city is left with us just not being capable of inhabiting it due to our lack of manpower, due to us being, of course, a city of knowledge, not a military-based city with armies and the such. I would like to know, are the dwarfs able to sever off their alliance with Matheria? Completely. Well, not completely, but to a point where this can be held secret within dwarven minds and ears.
Emberjane will respond. Truly such a thing exists. I have heard of it, obviously. But what you're suggesting... Truly...
Truly, you could keep the secret, or truly is it real? It is very much real, yes.
All that you have just said. I will, of course, attempt to keep whatever secrets are made. But... my goodness. By the stones.
Yes. We've also found that Moescadon is the center, the heart linked to the such cities. We have many a record near the heart, as you would call it, of trade when these hearts were tempered to the right amount of energy, so they would allow teleport between one another.
I see. I believe, as Sir Emberdane will kind of lean forward, I believe the Demon's Deep could be amenable to this. We will, of course, keep the secret. He will then start to, stop himself a little bit. And truly, you are willing to allow us to use them.
Dwarfs, yes, sworn under Dwarven kin, not to Matheria and her false religion, her light. No, not them.
We would also like to request to allow passage of the druids amongst the dwarven city, as it is important for us as well that they are allowed passage.
Very well. I will have to send a message to the Thanes for further instruction, but I believe that they would find this arrangement amenable.
We do greatly want this information to stay as private as possible between the three of us. Whether it be the Dwarven, whether it be Demon's Deep and yourself. We don't want this information to reach Matheria, not the Barrow King, nor do we especially want it to reach the Brass Baron's ears.
I suppose I have one other question this leads to, if I may.
Stu, go ahead.
You can see that Emberdane is taking a long time to ask this question, to even broach it. One cannot help but see that the board begins to set itself. And though our enemies make us allies now, that will not always be the case. What guarantee do myself and my people have that we will not be, that our access will not be rescinded once the need of us has been removed?
To that, Sir Amberdane, I asked you the same question. What guarantee do we have that Demon's Deep will just not round up its entire populace and attempt to raid Arcadum, to snatch it from our grasp once we have finished here what we've set out to do?
Roll persuasion check for him, please. And also
That was
inspiration.
pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth, man.
Could somebody roll that for me? I can't join the found.
Oh, I got you. Persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Uh-oh. -1. Oh, so
It is what it is.
roll a 14.
Alright. Your words seem to land on Emberdane in a way that seems to remind him of the mutual trust you already have. He will nod. Very well. Demon's Deep acquiesces. We shall keep your secret. We shall trust you, just as you have trusted us. I meant no offense. I only worry for the future of my people.
Yes, Sir Amberdane, we all worry for the future of our people, but sadly enough, time isn't allowing us. For the future, we must deal in the present.
Agreed. Was there anything else?
No, this was about it. We wished only for the alliance of the dwarves and druids
Well, I will have to
to unite.
I will need to speak. I will need to speak with details with you, William, if you are willing to do so. But I believe we can conclude this section. Yes.
Yes, this is the most heavy of sections.
Yes, we should be good for now. Thank you for your time.
Very well. He will salute, as will William and his attendants, and they will go discuss details with Sir Emberdane.
As they leave, I will release a very long-held breath. Whew. Sewigg, that was amazing. I didn't think we'd ever get the dwarves outside without having to give them something big. You told them, no, help us anyway, and it worked.
He simply explained that we have no military force, and if they wished, they could simply take this city from us if they wished. We are
But we
putting
already knew that. And he used that as a bargaining chip. I'm impressed. I'm simply impressed, that's all. I just felt the need to say it.
I could feel Marlowe rubbing off on me somehow. This is
Ew.
new. This doesn't seem like me.
That was well role played, man. That was good stuff.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Right, I love it.
I'll praise you in and out of character. That was fantastic.
I
Oh,
do
speaking
admire
of-
the honor of dwarves.
Although, speaking of Marlowe rubbing off on someone,
Wherever he is, you know. Okay, was that all the meetings? Are we just prepping for the fighting now?
yep, just
Well, hold on. We have one more meeting.
Oh,
Meanwhile, in a nearby tavern, where are you? Where'd you run off to, you little scamp?
south.
Yes, good.
Marlowe, you find a perfect opportunity. It seems that she is sitting alone at the bar. Her friends are most likely turned in for the night. She is kind of staying up. And there's not really a lot of people. in the Stone Crag Tavern.
God, I'm so nervous.
Let me switch this up a little bit.
I'm just gonna stare at her,
Oh.
like creepily, like quietly debate to myself. I should say something to her. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna muster up the courage. Nah, I'm gonna turn around. It'd be so awkward. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna walk up.
Okay. She will turn around. She will turn around, sensing your presence, and look over her shoulder. You will see that she has a cigarette in her mouth, a slow coil of smoke, sinuating like a serpent to the ceiling. She will raise an eyebrow and then go back to looking at her own drink.
Would you like a meat and a beer?
What kind of meat?
I don't know. You said that you wanted meat and beer for your services, and I figured that was like really cheap.
Sure. Are you buying?
Yeah.
Well, that earned you a seat next to me.
Marlowe will go over to the bartender and say, "Can I have your meat and beer?"
We have beer, and
Do you have any meat?
well, yeah, we've got yes. Wait,
Can I purchase some?
do I know you?
Yeah, I'm part of the shadow government that runs the city.
Oh,
Do I actually know you, like in person?
I don't.
Have we gone on adventures together or something?
No. Oh, all right, sir. I'll get you some of the roast.
How much money do you want?
It's on the house, Lord.
Thank you.
My lord.
Marlowe.
Lord Marlowe. Wait, aren't you the president? Anyway.
No.
On the house.
Marlowe will grab the meat and then bring it over to the table and then give it to the raccoon lady.
And as you place the bowl of stew in front of her and the beer in front of her, she'll look down. Effective. Well, Lord Marlowe, as she starts to spoon in some of the food, I think that you've earned yourself a few minutes.
I don't know what that means.
Oh dear, you're being serious.
I was curious because your friend with the eye patch was asking for 10,000 gold and you just wanted beer and meat.
Well, that's not what he actually did. He didn't ask for 10,000 gold. He just said that that's what he'd retire on. He didn't want it right away.
Didn't he say he wanted a place to retire?
Well, yeah, but he's not old yet. I mean, he's a warrior. He likes to fight. But he still has a goal. Both things can be true. It's not like the only thing I want is meat and beer. That's just what I wanted right then when you asked me.
Are you a boy or a girl? Mind if I ask?
Okay, persuasion check on that one. Like, please. Jesus Christ.
Persuasion. Oh, shit.
She will kind of blink. Well, if it matters to you, I'm a woman, yes.
Do you like raccoons? You have a raccoon aesthetic.
Well, I'm a foreigner. Skinwalker.
Oh shit, the from Calcutta?
Hi. He switches to Calcatesh. Postkin Kalki? Do you speak Calcatesh?
Marlowe will reply in a thick sand accent. Why, of course I do.
I'm done.
Yes! You have to keep doing that. Yeah, you just.
They call me Cop G in Calgary.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. All right, she will continue in grass, which is her dialect. Oh, what? Your accent tells me that you're from Margitol.
Yeah, I spent a long time there. How long have you been here?
Few years now, probably going on 5, maybe 8, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Did you know that time moves twice as fast here, or twice as fast there as it does here?
I did not know that.
Yeah, we were at this necromancer's place, and he had these portals where you could see through different dimensions and stuff. And we looked through into the Calcatesh one, and I think the Scarab Wars have restarted.
Well, that fucking sucks. Oh no.
So can you transform into a raccoon?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And also have a hybrid form too, where I'm like part woman, part raccoon.
Man, I wish I could do that.
It's pretty cool. You know, I get the ears, I get the tail, I get the paws. Middle part stay woman though.
Yeah, my I can't say that.
You all right?
Sure.
She finishes eating her stew and starts to sip on her beer, just staring at Marlowe's awkward silence. Sips. Sips.
You sure like sipping.
Do you say that?
Sure.
Oh god! All right. And she will go.
Persuasion check.
No, there's no need for that one. She will go. Yeah, I like beer. You don't know how to talk to women, do you?
A lot of people tell me I don't know how to talk to people. So.
And yet you run
I'm
the
sure
shadow
women
government that runs our city.
Are you a citizen now?
Oh, I meant. I'm here now, so technically, I suppose, yeah. Your laws apply.
Yeah. I'm like a shadow governor of sort. With the governance.
Right, yes.
Do you know how to talk to people?
Yeah. Usually you start by saying, hello, how are you? And then you enter a topic. Allow me to demonstrate. So, since we're both from Calcatesh, what is it that you miss most about home?
Probably the people.
Anyone in particular?
Friends and family, I guess.
Friends, family. Okay. What kind of family? Mother, father, brother, sister?
No, it's just me and my wife. We kind of adopted this other lady.
She will
who's
set
like our
her beer
friend.
down. You have a wife.
Yeah.
I see.
Why is everyone surprised whenever I say that?
Oh, I'm not surprised. I suppose the fault is mine. I misinterpreted your approach to me.
I think your interpretation of my approach being unskilled is pretty accurate.
Well, I mean no offense, but how did you become married? / talk to her at all?
Do you know a Lock and High?
Yeah.
She's an Lock and High follower, so she did most of the talking.
Well, yes, but I need more details than that, Lord Marlowe.
Well, I met her in the desert.
Uh-huh.
We both liked long walks in the desert, and she liked to talk
Okay.
and say weird, cryptic things, and I thought that was interesting, and we just kept talking for years.
And then you married her.
Well, we both wanted a +1 AC bonus, so...
Okay, you didn't say that.
It's pretty clutch. Yeah. Seemed reasonable.
I see. And do you love her?
I think so. Although I don't really know what love means, other than a sacrifice of oneself for someone else. And in that case, I do. But in the whole, like, giggly butterfly thing, I don't really get butterflies or giggly. I do like girls. I don't like boys, but... yeah.
Sip.
Can you roll an insight check on that?
She sips. All right. Well, do you miss her?
Not really, no.
I see. Why?
Whenever the feeling arises, it feels kind of juvenile and selfish. Oh, I wish someone else were here right now is... You know, what if it's against their wishes?
Why would it be? Do you think she does not wish to be with you?
I'm sure she would, but she has her duties to her god as I have to mine. And in some ways, to one to each other.
Yes, but you're married. That carries with it a bond, and, since we're both Calcatasian, a potent one. Made before light, love, and shadow. So one cannot help but feel that if you would make such a bond that you would, well, do it for a reason. And you say that you think that you love her, but you don't miss her. Those are contradictory statements.
You can love someone and not miss them.
You can love someone and not yearn for them? Wish to be with them?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm an old man. I was an Azamar before cut my wings off.
She'll raise an eyebrow. And just how old are you?
Hundreds.
Hundreds? How many? She'll look at your hairline.
Well, 2. I'm not 1,000 years old.
A 200-year-old Asimar. Well, your second century seems to be coming along, but we all go through a midlife crisis, I suppose.
I think this is my midlife crisis.
Yes, clearly.
Being on Corvinus.
She will empty her beer. It seems that I've run out of alcohol. Well, this was riveting. She stands up and puts away her plate and dish to the bartender and says, "Thank you very much." He'll turn back. "You're quite an interesting fellow, Lord Marlowe. If you require the aid of myself or my party, simply call upon us." You'll excuse
likewise.
me. I have things I must attend to. But I enjoyed our chat. I look forward to the next one.
Same.
She'll smile. And we'll just leave. The dwarvish bartender will take a look at Marlowe, who's just kind of standing there, and he'll just be like, That was wild.
Marlowe will approach the dwarvish bartender, sit down, and say, "Hello, how are you doing?"
I'm doing well. How about you?
I don't think about it too much.
Same here. I also deal with the melancholy. But well emoted, though. Looks like you took her advice.
You trying to give me advice? Oh, the hello thing. Were you listening to us?
Yeah. I work here. I kinda don't have a choice. Look. He'll pull out a cigarette and offer it to you.
Marlowe will inspect it.
It's a finely handcrafted LP Curio. Bonus edition. Now with 12% more chuff. I don't know anything about cigarettes.
That's a lot of chuff.
It's the menthol edition.
With smooth, cool Norwegian flavor. He'll then put one in his mouth and light it with his thumb because he's a mage. You need a light?
Sure, thanks.
He'll offer a light. Takes a drag. Ugh. Kind of look around the bar. You know, I never really thought I'd find myself in a position to say something like this, but I wanted to say thank you.
For what?
To you and your companions. Your, circle, whatever you are. We don't know how you did it, or even how it all works, really. But you made a place here for a lot of us vagrants and lost. I was able to start a new life here because of you. Well, I just wanted to say thank you. I'd never thought I'd get the opportunity to do so to the people directly responsible for it. So I thought I'd take my opportunity.
You're welcome.
He'll nod and pull out some whiskey and pour you both a drink. Here's the good stuff, my lord. I don't sell it off the shelf. Made it myself, too. Family recipe.
Marlowe will give it a sniff.
It's a potent, sharp whiskey.
He'll take a sip.
It goes down smooth, but it certainly has some bite to it. It is dwarvish, after all.
That is fantastic.
He'll raise up the glass. He'll raise up his glass. Skull!
Skull.
Tap it. He'll down that shot like a champ. He'll kind of lean back in his chair and kind of take a look around. Wonder if my, you said you was from a different place, right? Calcatesh, I think.
Calcatesh. Yeah.
Are there a lot of wars there like there are here?
I don't know about a lot, but there's certainly wars. Different in some ways. The people of this place are very ignorant of the world at large, magic, culture, their own history, everything. It's a strange... In terms of the size of this place, I think it's just as large. It's a continent, but to me it seems like a small island full of lost people.
Aye.
But war never changes, as they say, so in some ways, it's about the same.
And every man's an island, right?
Yeah.
All these islands and all this war never changing. Kinda makes you wonder how it all works. What drives us together, intertwines us. I always thought it was the wind. It's the most free thing I could think of. Wind goes wherever it wants. Presses against the whole world. Something you know that is always there, but you never see, you know?
It could be. But even if it is, would your knowledge of such things change that? Or change your perspective?
No, I think the more I knew, the less wonder there'd be. Whether or not the wind is truly the architect of my fate doesn't really matter so much as the feeling that I get that there's some sort of control that I have over that which I can't control. Perhaps I'm being reductive. He'll take a long drag off his LP Curio coffin nail. And he'll look over as a bunch of people come stumbling in. Sorry, Lord Marlowe. Night rush coming in.
Yeah, no need for the apologies. Appreciate the drink. And the food for the raccoon lady.
No problem. Stay as long as you like, my lord. I'll see to it that you're unbothered if you want to be.
I don't mind.
Out of business.
Thanks for your time.
No problem. He gets up and he starts to serve other customers. For the most part, most people don't really pay you any mind. Some whisper and say, hey, that's the president, but nobody really believes in this because there's no way that the leader of the fucking city would be here. Like one of the Carnelian Circle would be here. There's no way. That's crazy. And so you're more or less left alone. What you see that kind of transpires before you in rapid movements of time as your perception of it sort of drifts in and out. People come in, drink, talk about their lives. You see the hustle and the bustle of the very city who owes its existence as it exists now to you and your companions. You see, on a direct and personable scale, what stability and prosperity can produce. People with jobs, steady and that are paid well, go within these places to drink, to gamble, and to laugh with one another. It is a beautiful thing as the night slips away.
That was very nice.
Most appropriate use of Booker's theme, I think. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so sounds like you guys have made all the decisions that you need to do for the meetings wise. And now you guys are prepping to fight the Phoenix, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Should
Fun
we
day.
take stock of our inventory before we go?
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say good scene, Luke. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Very good, very good.
That's such a good drinking buddy.
All right.
All right. Did anyone need to get some crafting done? I know Chrome was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, I gotta wait for some income.
I would also need some income, but
When do
this
we have
isn't exactly a paying job.
Yeah. When do we have a city roll coming up?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right.
Or I guess 10 days now.
Yes. Do we want to wait for a city turn rotation and then go to the Phoenix?
Yes, just for the funding.
For the funding?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll end up waiting for the 10 days.
Okay.
Grab.
Ooh, in the meantime, before we do all that, I would like to summon Clover.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, druid stuff.
I'm a Clover Bee of Assistance. Okay. You sputter.
Well, are you a boy or girl?
Nah. Put in a meeting request with Halting Hair.
Okay.
Boom. Easy. Money.
Holding hair? Never mind.
It's the rabbit, dude.
Yeah. Ask her. That'll go over well.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
asking
requesting
Clover
it.
to. Yeah, I'm requesting a meeting. So, like, basically, Clover requests a meeting from Holding Hair. If she has time, she does it. If not, it is what it is.
Okay. Okay. Let's get to rolling. See what we
And it's been a little bit since we've done one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask Clover if her stupid hippie love is the same as my mature, unattached love.
Damn, they use some high rolls.
Good thing,
The
right?
love of a king for his people. On an individual's person-to-person basis.
I mean, to be fair, we got all the make the place a better place to live in upgrades. Like, we got most of them.
Yeah. It's a nice place.
We all got running water, hot water, too. Heating.
5,500 gold pieces.
In profit?
Yeah, that's well, no, not in profit. That's total. So you reduce your upkeep, which is 3,190. So
That's like 2,000 gold right there.
Yes.
So 5501 subtracted by 319.
2311.
So that's adding on into our base of 1,279.
Are all these people paying taxes? Because I'm pretty sure one of those dudes spent like 100 gold.
Yeah, they're paying taxes.
I'm gonna start knocking on doors.
Gosh.
Hey,
How
pay your
much
taxes.
was that gem engraving you were hoping for,
Has
Mr.
your family been paying taxes?
Chrome?
Yeah, the president knocks on your door. Hey, you've been paying your taxes.
My
Like,
friend needs a ruby in his battle axe.
For the gem itself, for a cup, would be 700 alone. To input it, I don't know how much that would be.
I think it's tier based, right?
it's 300.
Because
It's 300 to put a gem in.
So 1,000 total.
Yeah.
So you need to pull a grand out from the bank? Because right now this is Phoenix money. Like, this isn't city money right now, this is Phoenix money.
Phoenix money.
So do we
Yeah.
pull 1,000 out for you? You get your engraving? Arcadum can roll it
Do
up
it.
for you?
Yeah.
Do it, rock on.
1 minus 1,000. Tell them what you're getting.
Obviously, ruby looks good. It's a warrior cut.
Warrior
I don't
cut ruby.
exactly. I don't exactly know if there's anything else that would go with a warrior.
Quartz is a pretty
Warfighter.
good option. That's Constitution, if I remember correctly.
Constitution magic resistance, but this is going towards a weapon. It's going on my
Your axe?
axe.
Alright. Yeah, probably ruby sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that. If I don't like it, I'll just pop a new one in.
Okay.
We do have a diamond.
Yes.
Yeah, we got diamonds. Another option we can get is also black onyx, which I believe has undead connotation, so I'll have to double check the necromancy.
Yeah, I don't know how the taking out a gem out of weapon does. If I had to reforge the whole thing.
No, you can switch gems out.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the engraved property that's the part of the weapon.
Gotcha. That's cool to know.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I don't like, I'll work with it. But if it's like, oh, you get a +1 strength. Thanks. I appreciate it.
We'll find out here pretty soon. Does anyone else need to buy something while he's writing that up?
Well,
We need to learn Earthbind from Laza.
Or minus what level? Like 3?
Second,
Second, 200
I
bucks,
believe.
200 gold.
Well,
Yeah,
if Laza
if you-
knows it, I think we can just learn it with Marlowe's help.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to pay the spell cost, but if you need money from the bank, just hit me up and I'll change the doc.
There you go. There's your roll.
all right. Let me look.
Oh,
Because there were poisons. I might need a something.
Oh,
There's also potions. Do we need any cool potions for fighting this thing?
there's
Fire
potions.
resistance.
Yeah, I mean, there's resistance. There's potions of speed. I mean, it's a phoenix. It's pretty reasonable to assuming that it's going to involve fire damage somehow.
Potions of fire resistance would be sure nice. I don't see anything like that on the list on the living world.
Oh yeah, is the resistance potions buyable? Arcadum?
Sorry, I was muted. Resistance potions, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Say we were looking for potions for okay.
No. Okay.
Well, what, you mean like resistance the cantrip?
To
So
fire.
like resist fire, for example.
Oh.
Fire resistant potions.
Yeah, you can make fire resist.
Ooh.
Can we find it for purchase?
Yeah, they're 400 gold pieces a piece.
400 apiece. I think that would be an investment.
If we get
They
one per
last an
person,
hour.
oh, that's great. If we get one for each person, that'll be 6. Well, actually 7 technically if we have an ally slot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be quite an expensive. I don't know if we got times. Was it 400?
Yes, it'll be 2,400.
2,800 if we wanted the 7th one.
Yes.
Sheets going slow. We don't have quite enough money. Is anyone able to pay for their own?
No.
I'm broke. That's what you're.
I have
Yeah,
21 gold.
Yeah. Anyone got 400 gold on them?
Well, what is it for?
All right.
Resistance to fire.
Okay, so
Oh, just ignore mine. I have fire shield.
hey guys,
Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm like super lightheaded.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna call it a few minutes early here because you guys are doing logistics anyway.
Yeah, we
So-
can set up a list.
So set up a list. Just let me see it. You are fighting the Phoenix 100%
Next session.
Okay.
Yes.
Next
so
session.
If I'm gonna prepare that. So if you
Yeah, good.
try to go off and do something else, I'm gonna be like, fellas. Okay.
Guys, we should go to the stream.
I would like to go drink.
Yeah. Oh no!
Are you guys cool without me? Because I want to talk to the raccoon lady.
So are we
I
going to add her
want
to our
to-
ally slot to this? As soon as we start going down the elevator, realize you took her off and are just like up top, talking to her.
I
or
would-
something?
wanna sit in the
I
corner
would have talked to the
mysteriously.
raccoon lady.
Even
wanna
beauty is a
watch.
virtue.
Oh my god.
So you said you
Anyway.
could turn it halfway to a raccoon.
Yeah, I gotta take some medicine.
No, you're good. You're
I
good.
feel like shit.
Heck yeah.
I don't know why it just popped up like randomly out of nowhere.
Nah.
Let's see.
If you have lady parts and raccoon legs, I might cheat on my wife.
Oh my god.
Might, he says, as if
You can quote me on that.
You have quite the way with women, Mr. Marlowe.
I couldn't
Very
help
convincing,
but
I'm
you notice
sure.
you noticing me, noticing you. Yeah, that's basically what happened.
My-
she'll go right for you.
My favorite parts were the unending silences when she gave you hints.
I don't read hints. She just said rhetorical statements, and I'm like, these aren't questions.
Dude, I enjoyed every minute of how painful that was, especially
That was
the awkward silence. Sip. Sip. You like sipping. It's so good.
I could feel the stare through the fucking.
That was awesome. Anyway,
I'm about to have that
Beautiful.
interaction IRL in like 30 minutes.
oh shit, with like a girl,
Or just a random stranger at the bar.
just a random straight. Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, aren't you married?
God, if Luke was married in real life, I would probably lose my mind. I would probably
Not at all.
I would.
Although if
Look.
I was, I would not tell any of you guys. No offense.
Look, there's a lot of people, and a lot of people who are very different from each other, and a lot of them are married.
If you were married,
Somehow.
if you were married, Luke, I would already know. No offense. You wouldn't have to tell
What does
me.
that mean?
I'm
They
living.
are both stalking you
I'm
24/7.
living in his walls.
Nice.
Anyway,
Very good.
good
So that's
stuff,
what the
guys.
email was.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Super cool sesh. I had a really good time running for you guys. Next week, you guys will be fighting the Phoenix on Gaia.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Excellent.
All right. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching, chat. Thanks for playing players. See you next time.
See ya.
Later, chat.
Bye bye.